Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is the second installment of the series. I want to start off the video by saying a big thank you for all the nice comments on episode number 1. If you didn't see the first episode of the series, then please do go back and check it out and watch the series in chronological order. I'll leave a link to the video in the description down below. We started the career mode though in the last episode, and in today's episode, we're going to play our first ever Premier League game with our Charities and hopefully make a couple more signings as well. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into it because I know I rambled on quite a bit in the last episode. This one won't be quite as long, but it should be just as fun. So let's get to it. Episode 2 starts now. So a quick recap then as we dive into episode 2 of what happened in the series opener. In the last episode, we played our pre-season tournament. We managed to win it as well, beating Club Brugge by 4-0 in the final. We set up our team, loaned out a young goalkeeper, and made our first 2 signings as well. And I want to start off the video by apologising for my horrendous pronunciation of our first ever signing. Twanza Bay, I called him. Of course, it's Twanza B. Yes, I'm sorry. That's how a 14-year-old teenage girl in 2016 would pronounce the name. Twanza Bay. He's Bay. Sorry. But yeah, Twanza B is in. He was our first signing. And we also signed a senior pro as well, Charlie Adam, arriving from Stoke City. There were some raised eyebrows from you guys when I signed Charlie Adam, but most of you understand the logic behind it because we know now that Moy is going to be an attacking midfield role in our 4-2-3-1. You saw him score and get an assist in the pre-season final. He's going to be the star. Like, Moy is going to be the star of this team, no doubt about it, in the first season. And all of our hopes of staying in this division and having a really successful first season in the top tier, I think, rely heavily on the Australian midfielder. So, as we dive into the first bit of involvement in the second episode of the series, you can see our budget has increased now to £16.58 million after acquiring the maximum amount of prize money from the pre-season tournament. You see the board here, they're very, very happy with it, so going deep into the tournament gave us great exposure, and the entire organisation will benefit from it, so that's fantastic. They gave us an extra £1.9 million for winning the pre-season tournament, and we start today's episode off with a transfer offer from Rafa Benitez for Kachunga of £3.15 million. And I mean, this guy is really, really, really good. I've got no plans to sell him. He is a really quick right midfielder, can also play up top as well. Kachunga's going nowhere. I mean, you know, I could negotiate with Benitez, but quite frankly, I'm not even going to bother. £3.1 million, he probably won't go higher than about £4 to £5 million. And for me, a player at £3.4 million valuation that's an important player of the squad, it's not even worth considering. So we'll reject it off straight away. Kachunga stays here. And of course, in the last episode, there was also a little bit of debate in the comment section after I tried to sign 2 players in Alfie Mawson and this guy right here, Ryan Sessegnon. Now, I read all the comments in the last episode. Thank you so much for all the lovely comments. I really appreciate it. And all the transfer suggestions as well. And a lot of you guys were letting me know that the Ryan Sessegnon and Alfie Mawson bugs, if you will, were due to the fact these players have just signed recent contracts with the club. And in July, it means that you can't agree a deal with the club, you can't negotiate with the club, but in August you can. So I'm going to take your guys' word for it, and today, as soon as we get into August, I'm going to put in a new bid for Ryan Sessegnon, and I'm going to see whether you guys are right, and hopefully you are, because I'd love to get this guy as a backup left-back in our team. I know we got an ex-Millwall player, and what was I doing now? I know we've got an ex-Millwall player in Scott Malone at left-back, the backup left-back, and of course Luva as well, playing left-back too, but I'd really like Sessegnon, so when we get to August, which is in just over a week's time, I do believe, we'll put in a bid for Ryan, and hopefully we'll get him to come here, but not much to do until then, so let's just simulate through, and let's see what happens first. So one thing we do have to start off with then is a transfer offer for Michael Hefele. Now this is now our 4th choice centre-back after the arrival of Twanza B. And it's £1.7 million from Derby. They want to take him to Pride Park, and he's currently valued at £1.6 million. 26 years old, 70 rated. I wouldn't be against selling him. He's on 25 grand a week. I do like the look of him. He's got medium-high work rate, 6'3", I think he was. I think what we'll do is we'll negotiate and see if we can get a better bid. I should say as well, in the last episode, I was drawing these transfer negotiations out a little bit. You guys did comment and rightfully say I could have sped them up a little bit. It was made just because it was the first episode, and this is like the biggest new feature for career mode. So I wanted to be a bit in depth in the first episode. But from now on, obviously, we'll be a little bit quicker. So let's quickly propose a new transfer fee then. It's 1.7 million they've offered. He's currently valued at 1.6. I think we can get about 2.2 million for him, really. So I think what we'll do is go to, well, let's just go 2.2 million pounds. And wait to see what Derby said. They might pull out, but yeah, I'm interested to see what they say to that. All right, so they want him, but they're not going to pay more than £1.8 million, and they will put in a 5% sell-on clause. It's 200 grand over his valuation. He's a good centre-back, and as a fourth choice, very good to have that cover and have a deep squad, but I think we could do better than him, really. I'm not against selling him, or do we want to keep him for the first season? I'll tell you what, we'll counter, see if we can get him to £2 million. If they can do that, then they can have him. Otherwise, forget about it. Can I not remove this? Oh, there we go. Read the of course, that was obvious. Proposed new transfer fee. Let's get to £2 million. If they accept it, they can have him. Otherwise, get lost. We don't want this negotiation to fall through, so we're willing to pay the £2 million transfer fee you're asking for. Okay, so Hefele is on his way to Derby for £2 million. One thing I'm not against doing in this career mode, by the way, is retraining players in new positions. Obviously, it's not a feature which is in the game, it's sort of in my mind, but I have a bit of an extensive history of playing players in different positions to the ones that they're listed in my career modes, and I wouldn't be against trying to basically retrain Philip Billing to play as a ball-playing centre-back in this team. Now, he's 6'6", of course. We had him in our St. Pauli career mode. I played him centre-back in that one sometimes, and he's got some really good stats. Right now, DM is fine for him, but if we ever feel like changing things up a little bit as the season goes on and the series goes on, maybe he could play as part of our back four. I've got to say, one thing I'm really liking as well is confirmation of Hefele gets sold there is that breaking news screen, which now is animated, looks really, really cool. Just a little nice feature there as we get £1.4 million for the sale of Hefele. I've got to be honest, I kind of regret that a little bit, really, because he's a fourth choice centre-back now, but pretty decent. And whilst we're not in Europe this season and won't be playing as many games, it's always good to have depth. But regardless, we're now getting to August, and I want to go in for Sessegnon again because I think you guys are right. I think you guys are right. I think we will be able to negotiate a bid with Fulham as soon as we get to August. We're a couple days away. Hopefully, no stoppages in the simulation. And now let's get straight to it and see if we can convince Fulham to let Ryan Sessegnon go, or most importantly, to begin with, let us put a bid in. So let's go to our transfer hub. There is Sessegnon, and there we go. You guys are right. So thank you so much for everyone that commented in the last episode about Sessegnon and Mawson as well. Of course, we don't need Mawson out. I suppose we could get Mawson, couldn't we? Because we just sold Hefele. But thank you to everyone in the last episode for letting me know about the Sessegnon and Mawson glitches, if you will. So, Ryan Sessegnon, I want you, and now I can try and get you. Fulham trying to stop any kind of bids coming in for Ryan Sessegnon with that cheeky little glitch there to begin with, but it's not going to keep me at bay. My subscribers have got my back. So, I'm going to start with the initial offer then. We could possibly do a swap deal here. Now, I mean, no, I think we'll just put a transfer fee straight away. We've not got the thickest squad. Let's not reduce it any further than I'm currently doing. Now, he's valued at £1.2 million. We'll have to pay more than that because he's a young prospect. We'll start off with £1.25 million bid, though. Just test the water and wait and see what Fulham say. Oh, wow. They've said yes. That's crazy. Wow, that is dirt cheap. Oh my, that is dirt cheap. £1.25 million. £1.25 million for that young prospect. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I really can't. I tell you this right now. That has stunned me. I mean, that has genuinely stunned me. I was sitting there thinking £1.25 million, a little bit worried they're going to be insulted and just walk away. And they accept it straight off the bat. That's crazy. So we may as well go straight in then with the contract for Ryan and try and convince him to come here. That's madness. £1.25 million for a really talented young fullback / winger. That's crazy. All right, so discussing the squad status first. He wants sporadic, which is totally fine with me. That's exactly what I was going to offer anyway. Now I'm going to talk about the length of the contract, and I think I'm going to try and tie him down for as long as I can. So a 5-year deal. Let's see what he says. That's what the agent's after. I'll tell you what, lads, we are firing on all cylinders right now with our transfer negotiations. So 5-year deal, sporadic. We're not going to put in a release clause, that's for sure. But, ooh, this is the biggest hurdle for us so far. A £3.95 million release clause, which is absolutely nothing. And I just want to deny the release clause because I don't want to let him go because that will get met by a bigger club. There's no doubt about that. But I'm a little bit worried they're going to say it's got to be mandatory. We'll try and deny it. And we shall wait and see what his agent says. We don't have any intentions to set a release clause in Sessegnon's contract, so hopefully they will be okay with that. Oh, yes, get in. We can move forward without setting a release clause. I was going to say, £3.95 million is nothing in today's market. A big club would try and snap him up straight away, that's for sure. So we've got rid of that, thank goodness. And I'm totally fine in that case, giving him more money, if that's what it takes to get rid of a release clause straight away. So he wants £17.5 million and a 220 grand sign-on bonus. I'm not even going to try and bother negotiating. In fact, I might be a little bit cheap here. A little bit of a cheapskate. You guys know me. Cheapskate Doc's back at it again. We won't add a bonus. We'll try and edit the wage and a sign-on bonus quite slightly. We'll try and get it down to 200 grand as a sign-on bonus and a 15 grand a week wage. And hopefully, Sessegnon will accept that. And we'll get him into the club. And, oh, okay, so he wants a 17 grand a weekly wage. And a sign-on bonus of 220 grand. Okay, that's only a little bit more than what I was willing to offer. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. Ryan Sessegnon is going to join our squad. All right, so here he is then. Ryan Sessegnon is in, our third signing of the series. And what a bargain that is. 1.25 million. That is absolutely nothing to pay for a 17-year-old, 67 rated left back. He looks fantastic. And I got to say, I said in the last episode I wanted physically strong players. This guy's not strong, but he's got some great attributes in the physical department. 80 acceleration, 77 agility, 83 balance, 70 jumping, 84 sprint speed, and 73 stamina as well. This guy's going to be bombing up and down the pitch all game long as part of our Huddersfield side. And my future plans with this guy is to potentially turn him into our Gareth Bale. Now, of course, Bale started off his career in the left-back role for Southampton. I mean, it's early days. He's only just signed for the club, but he can play further forward in that left-wing role, and I wouldn't be against trying him there as he develops his game here at Huddersfield. But to begin with, we'll be operating in the fullback role. I'm not sure what to do with Scott Malone, of course, ex-Millwall, and Luva as well. We could potentially try and sign Luva. He's got some decent stats, very decent stats indeed, so I think I'd rather keep him here, but I'm contemplating possibly throwing Sessegnon straight in the team. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Should we put Sessegnon straight in the team? He's only 6 ratings lower than Luva, and not terrible stats. So yeah, do we throw him straight in the first team, or do we bleed him in gradually over the course of our first season, or do we try and loan him out? Let me know what you guys think. Staying in this league will be success for Huddersfield. Predicted finish 20th. That's not exactly the news article I wanted to read first thing in the morning. What? 20th? Come on now. Alright, so clearly then we need to make some more signings and get some more first team quality. We're bringing in good young players. We want someone to go straight in the first 11 and really improve this team. Now, he's still got a little bit more money left over, and I'm going to go in for a new winger next. And this guy right here, who looks very, very tasty, Rony Lopez. And I think this guy actually was called Marcos Lopez. This is the ex-City player, I think. Unless I'm confusing him with someone else. And we're going to try and get this guy as our headline signing of the window. We've got Twanzebe. We've obviously signed Charlie Adam as well. We now brought in Sessegnon. We need a big signing for the new window, I feel. And after winning the pre-season tournament, having the money available, I think we should try and make this guy our marquee signing of the summer transfer window. So Rony Lopez, let's try and buy him, get all our business done before the season starts, and make this guy our headline new addition to the Terriers. So he's valued at £11 million, and considering what's happened with our free signings so far, getting them relatively on cheap deals, I might just go in with a valuation bid straight away and see what Monaco's say. Possibly add a sell-on clause of around 5% as well, just to sweeten the deal a little bit. Let's submit that offer, £11 million plus a 5% sell-on fee, and they are going to say no, but they'll sell him for £17.5 million, a little bit too much for us. We're going to have to try and counter that, because there's no way we're paying that. That'll be all our money gone. I want a little bit of money for a youth scout as well, so we'll reduce the bid to, well, I mean, they're not going to accept around £12.5 million, but I might try it anyway. Just in case, because we need to have a little bit of money left over for a youth scout as well. So we're going with £12.5 million and see what they say. I'm sorry, but we leave that Lopez is worth more than what you're offering. We're not willing to reduce his price any further. So they want £17.5 million. I'm not going to pay that. I'm definitely not going to pay that. So we'll go as high as 15 million. I'll still give us someone only a little bit of money left over. We had a 14.5 million. Very unlikely they'll accept it, but that's my final offer. Alright, so he says we're going to need some time. We'll consider the offer for Lopez and have an answer for you soon. So He could come in for £14.5 million. He probably won't though. So I guess that's that for now. And we'll wait and see. And speaking of the left back roles, we were discussing Sessegnon's involvement in the team just a moment ago. We just got a bid here from the Borough for Chris Louver for £3.75 million. He's not on the transfer list and anything. He's valued at £2.8 million. And I've got to say, with Middlesbrough now being a championship side, that's not a relegation rival we'll be sending him to. He's on 37 grand a week. He's 28 years old. I've got to say, I do like his stats. I really, really do. But now we've got Sessegnon. We've got Scott Malone as well. I would not be against selling him for around that bid towards £4 million. So let's negotiate and let's see if we can make a decent amount of money on this left back. Not going to bother with a sell-on clause. He's 28 years old, so I won't go for much after he leaves here. So I'm going to up the bid to £4 million straight away. Or actually, I might do 4.2 million. My worry is they're going to pull out negotiations straight away because he's only valued £2.8 million. Should we go 4.2 mil or should we just go 4 mil? Let's go meet in the middle, 4.1 million. And wait and see what they say to that. Okay, he's accepted it straight off the bat. We're doing quite well to transfer negotiations. Minus Lopez, we're doing all right. So 4.1 million for him then. The bid is accepted. And it looks as though our 28-year-old left-back is off. So maybe Sessegnon's going straight into first 11. And I wanted to bleed him in gradually to begin with. But instead, that's a very decent offer there for our 28-year-old. And there's a loan offer for Ryan Scofield. This is a young goalkeeper, 17 years old, 53 rated. So yeah, you can go. That's totally fine with me. And also, there is a... Oh, no. Rony Lopez. Transfer offer unacceptable. They wanted £17.5 million, which, to be fair, we might now be able to afford with the sale of Louver. We'll keep an eye on that one. Hold on, is that Diego Menendez? Is that Diego Menendez? That looks exactly like Diego Menendez. He looks almost identical to Diego Menendez. Diego, what's he up to now? Oh, Scofield's loan move's been rejected. Why is that? And Chris Louver's transfer talks have broken down. Why is that? They couldn't reach agreeable terms, so Louver stays here. Oh. And Scofield's loan move broke down, but it doesn't say why. So I don't know why that move broke down. We know that Chris Louver couldn't agree on terms with Borough. But, okay, all right, two players I thought that were leaving are staying here. That's a bit of a shame as well, because I would have liked 4.1 million for Chris Louver, but instead... He's staying here, which means that we can't sign Rony Lopez then. Alright, so things were going well in terms of transfers, and now I've jinxed it. But Benevento want to sign Martin Craney. Wow, that would be a pretty interesting career move for him for £450,000. This is a 30-year-old right back who I've got no plans for whatsoever. So yeah, not going to bother negotiating. They can just take him. And negotiations are officially over between us and Rony Lopez. No, I would have loved to have got that guy, but... I didn't decide to put in a new bid because I don't really have the money for him. If we would have sold Louver, then I would have put in a new bid and probably gone 17.5 million because I really like the look of him. But, unfortunately that is that, as Louver rejected Borough. God damn it, we just signed Sessegnon, we've got Malone. We don't need you, Chris. But anyway, we're going straight to the first game of today's episode, then the first and only game of today's episode. And now we've got Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park as Inter have signed Nathaniel Klein for £33.5 million. Wow, and Wolfsburg just signed Zaha, and Napoli just signed Luke Shaw. Interesting. Okay, so Palace then, first game of the Premier League season, and hopefully we'll come through and get the win, just like they did in real life. Well, hopefully by 3-0, which was the scoreline on the opening day. So, I'm excited for this. Let's get to it. Come on, Huddersfield. Let's get a win on the opening day. So, Trill Critty then, as I run you through the team, we are going to be using the 4-2-3-1 we used in the pre-season tournament final. So, that means that Moy will retain his place in the attacking midfield role. So, we've got Lossell in goal, a back four of Louver, Tuanzebe, Jorgensen and the captain Smith, Billing and Charlie Adam in the holding midfield roles, Ince on the left-hand side, Kachunga on the right, Moy, of course, being attacking mid, and Mounier starts up top as well. So, come on, Huddersfield, I want a winning start, just like they got in real life. And let's go to 6 minutes and a half length, and 3 points to start off the season. Let's make a dream start, just like in real life. Come on, the Terriers. Now, just real briefly, you guys might be wondering why I'm not showing you the lineups in the Premier League presentation this year. It's because the Premier League are actually blocking videos on YouTube that show those lineup animations, which is really frustrating because it looks so cool. But in order to avoid any kind of copyright problems whatsoever, I can't do that this year, unfortunately. So I'll just be showing you the lineups and on the player rating screen. And you can see Palace's lineup here. It's a 5-4-1. Of course, Frank de Boer in charge, as he was sacked in real life, but in the game, of course, would still be here. So they'll be playing a possession style of football, or would he? Or will he? Or will they have Roy Hodgson? They can have Roy Hodgson, would they? Well, anyway, they'll probably be playing a possession style of football. Or maybe they won't. I suppose I don't really know, because I'm not sure it is Frank de Boer or not. I didn't get to see. But this will be quite interesting then, because I'm not entirely sure how they'll be playing at all. Obviously, Frank de Boer was sacked just 4 games into Palace this season. No goals scored, 4 straight defeats on the trot. And they decided to pull the plug on the experiment straight away. I mean, it's, you know, props to a team for trying to change their style of play and trying to find a new identity. But, you know, in this division, if you don't get off to a good start, you're going to be in deep, deep trouble straight away. And that's exactly what happened. That's why the ball was sacked. So first chance could fall to us. Ball inside is cut out, though. And Palace get it clear. Not sure what to expect from this opening day. Really, really don't. Because I'll take a point. I'll definitely take a point. But considering how Huddersfield started off in real life, I feel like we need to replicate that and go for the win. Well, this has been one frustrating start to this game as Charlie Adam flicks it through towards Moy. I just can't break Palace down right now. The game's got lost in the middle of the park and there's been no attacks whatsoever from either side. Both teams just can't seem to get the better of the other one when going forward. But a chance here as Billing releases Mounier. Could be through. First chance here. Mounier, what a save. Ince, can he get there? Yes, he can. But Ruben Blanco recovers to make the second stop. I should have taken a touch there. Adrenaline got the better of me. But that's our first opportunity. A great chance, but I should have taken it. Coming towards half-time. Still tied at 0-0. As Palace have a throw, they'll work it inside towards Hero Redevaled. Long ball should be cut out by Smith. Nods it back towards Lossell. Easy as you like. And of course, with Huddersfield passing out from the back, I've thrown it straight to Townsend. In towards Benteke. Benteke's going to make it 1-0. Oh, he's put it over. Oh, thank God for that. What a let-off. Palace coming forward again. They're coming out of their shell now. Townsend on the ball, looking for Benteke. Oh, wide of the post. And again, the big Belgian up top fails to hit the target. 2 let-offs for Huddersfield. They've done very little in this game, Palace, but now they're showing us what they're all about. Alright, so there it is then, half-time, and we weathered the storm towards the end just, and managed to hold on for a 0-0 going into the break. So, not a bad first half. 1 clear-cut chance for Mounier, didn't take it, but game sort of got lost in the middle of the park a little bit. I think it'll open up more in the second half, but yeah, tough one that. You know, after the 4-0 win of the pre-season tournament final, I was feeling very confident, but in this game, I've not played well at all. So hopefully a chance here as we win it back. Moy to Mounier. I see a man running through. It's Tom Ince. Tom Ince. Tom Ince. Oh, what a save by Ruben Blanco. And another golden chance goes begging. The adrenaline got the better of me there. I should have taken my time and tried to round him or possibly dink it over the top of him as he was coming out to meet me. But again, I've messed up as Moy tries to find space to shoot from range. Good save again. Now we're firing on all cylinders. Now we're getting the attacks. We just got to get that goal. Come on, now we're getting the chances, but here come Palace on the break. The game is opening up, just like we expected. Benteke towards Townsend, who could be through. Jorgensen plays catch-up, but Townsend fires it at goal. Lossell with the save. Someone's going to score and win this game. Who's it going to be? Someone is going to break this deadlock late on and win the game. Who is going to be that hero for their team? Van Aanholt on the ball, tackled by Tommy Smith. And now Kachunga down the right-hand side has the pace here. This is why we didn't want to sell him. He's got so much pace, Kachunga. And away he goes down the right-hand side. Mounier's in the middle. Should we cross it? I see Moy arriving from deep. I'll give it to him. It's Moy. Oh! Oh, it's gone in. I thought it went wide. I thought it the side netting. But Moy scores. And Huddersfield take the lead. And it's Aaron Moy, the star. We know this guy's going to be crucial. We know he's going to be the main man. This is why I want him in the attacking midfield role. Bombing into the box. Don't know what's going on there, but it's 1-0 Huddersfield, and we've gone in front, and what a surprise, it's Aaron Moy who's got it for us. Kachunga plays it back, pegs it to Moy, and Moy, with that right foot, levers the ball in, past Ruben Blanco, and wins us the game surely on the opening day. There's still time, we've struck late and surely gone on to claim all the 3 points. Aaron Moy, what a legend. Tell you what, man, Aaron Moy moving to the attacking midfield role is surely going to be our best decision in this series, especially in Season 1, because he is looking so good in that role as he releases Mounier. Oh, Sacco, what a great last-ditch tackle. Should have pulled the trigger early, but what a great piece of defending. Palace looking to attack, though, and find an equalising goal, prevent us from claiming the 3 points. Townsend down the right, deep cross in the middle. The Great Dane's got to win it, and he doesn't. The header goes wide. Oh, dear, that was nervy. Come on, almost there. Just 10 seconds of normal time to go. Final chance, surely, for Crystal Palace to claim a point and break our hearts. Ball out wide, played back inside, goes towards Joel Ward now. Deep cross the back stick, got to get it clear, No, a late header. Who was that? Was that Sacco? Was that Sacco arriving late? And Crystal Palace have rescued a point. I thought we were going to win the game through Aaron Moy, but Mamadou Sakho has rescued it for Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace. A deep cross to the back stick. Sakho gets in on the end of it. Oh, it's gutting. Oh, we were clinging to a 1-goal lead. Brilliant ball out wide towards Joel Ward. What a first-time cross and a brilliant header at the back stick. Tommy Smith, the captain, beat in the air by Sakho. Heads it past Lossell, in at the back stick. And Crystal Palace have their first Premier League point, and it comes under Roy Hodgson. Sakho with the goal. Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking. We were seconds away from an opening day victory, but it just goes to show you, man, you can't switch off in this Premier League because you won't get away with it. 1-1 the final score. Oh, seconds away. Seconds away. God damn it. That is just heartbreaking, man. I mean, I would have taken a point going into the game anyway. We know that Legendary difficulty is so much more difficult compared to last year, so it's not going to be easy for us this season. A point would have been a decent result away from home on the opening day, but when you're seconds away from claiming the win, I mean, that's gutting. I won't try and deny it, though. Palace did play just as good as us, if not a little bit better based on the stats alone. I thought we did a good job of holding on to the ball quite a bit, but Palace had more shots and one more on target as well. So in the end, it would have been quite an unjust defeat for them had they ended up losing this game. So I guess you can say it's probably a fair result on reflection. I'd say there were probably an equal amount of clear-cut chances for both teams. We were so close to holding on to those 3 points. But I will give man of the match to Moy, though. He was fantastic through the middle of the park, scoring our first goal in the Premier League, and I thought it was going to be the game winner, but unfortunately we just couldn't hold on. But in the end, a point's not a bad result. It's something to build on going forward. There were a lot of positives in that game, and I'm not going to be panicking. We played well. We just couldn't hang on for the 3 points. But that will end today's episode of the Huddersfield Town career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and they really help the channel out as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are excited for this series. 2 episodes down. I'm having so much fun. Hope you guys are as well. Much love to you all. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you for episode number 3 very soon. Bye.